Now we'll take a look at the template scene we've provided here. We have this little floating drone object that is flying around this tower. Maybe it's fixing something or checking something out on this futuristic little pole here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have particles that are emitting from the motion of this moving drone, as if these little kind of points on the edges are maybe little thrusters or engines. And so as it moves in different directions, we'll emit particles off those that we're going to then put sprites on to create a smoke simulation based on sprites coming out of this object. So we're not going to do anything much on the SOP level inside of this, but we're going to peek inside of this node just to get a sense of what's going on. And I'll show you the main thing we're concerned about. I'm going to go into this SOP network here, and I'm going to make that full screen. The main thing going on that I want to show you is on the left side here, we have a null out that has our actual geometry that we'll be displaying. And on the right side here, we have a chain where we are extracting points out of that geometry. And then you can see here, we have a null that says out for particle source. So now let me get our viewport back here, and now I'm actually just going to select the out for particle source and play this back. And you can see what we've got is got some points that display and disappear. What there is some SOP logic going on that's basically determining which direction this object is moving in and how fast it's moving, and it's deleting points that we aren't interested in emitting from. So this is a whole other world of Houdini is just doing this kind of custom point prep, and we're not going to go into all that detail here, but one of the reasons I really wanted to point this out is a big part of any good dynamic simulation is making sure that we have the proper source that we're feeding that simulation, because that is the interplay that is going to create an interesting result. So, and now actually if we template the main piece of geometry here, and we'll view our particle source, and I'm going to hit the D key, and I'm going to turn on our velocity vectors, and now we can watch in the viewport here how we've got these little points that are pointing in the direction away from the object's movement, and these are going to be our great particle source points to create our simulation from. So that's an overview of the scene. I encourage you to dive in and check it out if you're curious about how any of that is set up. And next, we're going to take these points we've just looked at and start building our particle simulation with them.